The Caves and Cliffs update part 2 is definitely something we've all got our eyes on at the moment. Some people are still confused about the delay of this update and are questioning exactly why this happened, and many of us actually believe this is because Mojang actually intend to bring a lot of secret features to the update. So in this video we're going to be talking about the new Caves and Cliffs secret features, where we're going to be speculating about what could be coming to 1.18 with evidence and proof of what Mojang have done in the past with the Nether update. So if you do go on to enjoy this video, be sure you drop it a like and subscribe if you're new around here. But without wasting any more time, let's get right into the video. Now just picture this. I think it was about a month ago now. I was sat here in my room about to make a video about the Caves and Cliffs update, where just a few days before I actually made a full-on video talking about how Mojang actually seem on track to release this update, and I think the possibility of a delay is very unlikely. Fast forward a few hours and bam, Mojang come out with the news and their iconic video, which actually reveals now that they have delayed the second part of the Caves and Cliffs update, and it has been split into two. This just left me and a lot of other fans of this game and this update specifically completely flabbergasted. We did not know why this happened or what this had to do with the update. However, Mojang did make a statement saying it's for team health and to avoid crunch, something which has happened in the past with many gameplay updates and with many games themselves, where the developers have to work overtime and extra hard just to get it out on time. But the thing is, I actually made a video about this. You can actually go back and check that out. That was actually released before the delay, and I was talking about how everything seems like it is on track and everything is going as planned. The update was pretty much coming to an end, in my opinion. I've been covering the snapshots weekly for the past as long as I can remember now on this channel, talking about all of them and all the new features they bring, and I noticed a trend that the amount of features coming to the game was dropping, but the amount of bug fixes and other little changes like that was actually rising, which led me to believe the update was not far away. Also, I've had this list I've been talking about so much, where as we got a new feature I would cross it off, but I would keep an eye on the features we've not actually got yet. And the final features we did not yet receive consisted of like the Deep Dark, the Warden, and the updated Mountain generation on Java Edition. And I've so many people saying that the update has been delayed because of Bedrock and the amount of features that's been happening over there, but I do not think that is the case. Things were going along quite well as far as I could see. They got the Mountain generation, the Cave generation, they got a huge number of mobs, in many ways more than one. The Bedrock Edition version of the game was actually ahead of Java for its amount of Caves and Cliffs features. And I know you're probably thinking right now, what does any of this have to do with the video? Now let me explain. As I said, I was really excited leading up to the last few snapshots before it got delayed, because I was expecting a pre-release any day. Literally, we were not even in the summer. In fact, right now as of when I'm recording this, it's still a few weeks away. So I strongly believe that, but just take it with a grain of salt, because I'm not a developer. I just want to state that clearly. So I do not know what's going on at Mojang, and I do believe them when they say they delayed it because of crunch and they did not want the developers to have to stress themselves and work all this extra time. But all I'm saying is that this update would have easily been able to release in the summer. Do not forget, it ends in August, which is months away. So the fact that we have got really no features left to see on Java Edition apart from the Goat Horn, and we've got to wait till the holidays, the end of the year, just to see the Mountain generation and the Warden and the Deep Dark, along with the Cave generation, which they actually took out of the game. I struggle to see why Mojang could not have done this in the 3 months they had left, in fact over 3 months. And this is why many of us believe that Mojang actually split the update and delayed the second part so that they could bring out some secret features. What could this be though? We really do not know. Let's first talk about like the secret updates to features features we already know. So a lot of us have been speculating that what Mojang had originally planned for the Warden and the Deep Dark has changed since then, and as we know, and from what we've saw, it has actually changed a lot in front of our eyes. We went from the first looking block, which looked very similar to stone, to now the Deep Dark changing into more of a creepy, dark and rugged biome that's meant to be a lot more scary and a bit more dark. So as we know, Mojang have already made a lot of changes to the Deep Dark, which we can visibly see. But what if some of these secret features include changes to the Warden or the Deep Dark, which they just need a little bit of extra time to implement? I do believe this is really likely. We heard King B Dogs talk about interconnected gameplay mechanics between the Warden and the Deep Dark. Most likely, I think this is just the interaction with the Warden and the candles, and that's why the candles were also taken out of the game in the latest Java snapshot. So it all kind of makes sense and lines up a little bit, and you can start to see what's going on with this. But what if these interconnected gameplay mechanics are actually something secret Mojang has not told us yet? Another popular theory is that Mojang actually delayed this so that they could add a lot of secret biomes, or at least a few more, because I did actually notice, especially towards the recent weeks before the snapshot actually got delayed, a lot of players were really unhappy with the amount of biomes. Like, I saw people, for example, saying, well, you've done all this effort, you've made a cave update, but what's the point if there's not going to be any, like, biome specific, maybe like a snowy cave or a desert cave? I saw a lot of people saying things like that, and some people were really unhappy that we were actually, it felt like we were not getting as much compared to the last update before that, which was the Nether update, where we got about 5 new biomes, I believe, a bunch of new mobs, and a ton of new procedurally generated structures, not only in the overworld but the Nether. But people fail to realise that this is because it really requires a lot of time and a lot of coding, and it's really, really hard work. Although the Nether update was huge, it did not require as anywhere near the time required to go back into the code and change how the game itself works and generates. I do not think people really understand how hard it is for Mojang to go back and change the code for the caves, one of the most important things in Minecraft. And that's another point. Maybe Mojang were actually planning no secret features, but maybe the reason it got delayed is just literally because Mojang needed more time to get this working the way they wanted before they released it. I understand they want the team to have all the time they need and do not want to put them under crunch, or do not want to put them under any unnecessary stress, especially with what's going on in the world and what has been going on for nearly like a year and a half, I believe. So things are pretty crazy. Mojang wanted to give the team extra time, but this video was just basically talking about the possibility of some new secret features, telling you all the information we know so far and why people actually believe this. If you think we'll get some new secret features, maybe some new biomes or something like that, let me know down below in the comments. But that's it for this one, everyone. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.